There are loads of new food options here at Disneyland Paris, so I hope you're hungry because in this video we're going to try them all. Now we are going to start off with the Overland Trail Cafe, which you can see there behind me. This actually opened only about a year or so ago, and recently it's had a change of menu. They've partnered up with Doritos, and they're now selling 3 different variations of Doritos. One of them is vegan, which is great news for my vegan viewers out there, but there's also 2 other ones, one vegetarian and one with beef, and I think I'm going to try 2 of them. I really want to try the vegan option because it has vegan chili on it, and I love the vegan chili that Disneyland Paris does, but also I want to try the one with beef as well. These are both 10 euros. If you want to get the vegetarian one, that is 9 euros. I love how they've even added a lot of new details in the queue for the Overland Trail Cafe to do with Doritos. Look, even here it says, served here, Doritos loaded with the most delectable fare. And it even says on the bottom, bulletproof combinations and explosion of flavors. We'll see about that. So, I've got my Doritos. I went for the vegan one, like I said, and the one with beef, and they're big. These are big portions. This is the first thing I've noticed, and you can see them side by side right now. Of course, the left one is the vegan one, and then you can see they've put a lot of beef on here. I think I'm going to try the beef one first. Now, this is officially called Doritos Loaded Smoking Beef Bounty, and it's plain Doritos, cheddar beef sauce, crispy onions, tomatoes, onions, coriander, and ground pepper smoked chipotle. So by the sounds of it, it's going to be a little bit spicy, which is exciting. So I'm going to pick one up here. I'm still pretty impressed with the amount of toppings they put on here. Like, this is a good portion, which I guess in some ways you should expect for 10 euros, but this is going to be my first Dorito. Without further ado, let's give it a go. The sauce is great. The chipotle sauce I'm a fan of. I like the little crispy onions, and the spice level isn't too bad. It has a bit of a kick in it, so if you don't like any spicy food, perhaps avoid this one. But yeah, it's pretty good so far. Here's another bite. I've tried to put as much of the toppings on it as possible. This is good. The Doritos are just Doritos, nothing special. Obviously, it's a partnership with Doritos, but the toppings is what makes them, and I like the beef, I like the onions, I like the combination of everything. The sauce especially, I feel like is a winner for me, so yeah, I'd get it again. I also think because of the size, it's very shareable, which is good. But let's put this aside for a second and try the vegan one now. The vegan one is officially called Doritos Loaded Vegan Deputy, and it's plain Doritos, vegan chili, nourish, plant-based grated, red onion pickles, and sweet corn. So there's gonna be some plant-based cheese on here, which I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of, but we'll see how it goes today. This one was also 10 euros, and again, I feel like it's a pretty good portion. So again, without further ado, I'm going to try and pick a Dorito that has as much topping on it as possible. There you go. I think this will do. You've got some of the sweet corn, you've got some of the vegan cheese, you've got the vegan chili as well, some tomatoes. Let's try it. The first flavor I got immediately is a taste of the vegan chili, which, as I mentioned earlier, I'm a big fan of. Here in Disneyland Paris, they really do a fantastic vegan chili. You can actually just get the chili on its own if you would like to at the Last Chance Cafe, also in Frontierland. But yeah, I feel like I didn't really get much flavor from the fake cheese, but I'm going to continue eating. Honestly, the main flavor here is the vegan chili, which is not a bad thing because the vegan chili, like I said, is really delicious here. You can get a little bit of sweetness from the sweet corn as well, and of course the Doritos added the crunch to it, but otherwise I'm really not getting much flavor from the vegan cheese or the onions, but I'm going to continue eating. Here's going to be my second bite. There's actually quite a lot of the cheese on here, the fake cheese, so hopefully I'll be able to taste a little bit. I mean, I say hopefully, I don't know if I necessarily want to because like I said, I don't necessarily like vegan cheese, but let's go. Yeah, I'm really not getting much flavor from the cheese, but it doesn't matter because this is good, and in some ways I actually prefer the vegan one to the beef spicy one. The beef one was good mainly because of the spicy chipotle sauce. The beef itself was fine. The vegan one though, because of how much I enjoy the vegan chili here in Disneyland Paris, it kind of wins my heart. So yeah, the new snacks at the Overland, oh, that was a pigeon, the Overland Trail Cafe. I approve of both of them. I enjoyed both actually. I think my preference would be the vegan one just because I love the vegan chili so much. However, the beef one was also really delicious. They're also very big portions, so bear that in mind. You might only need one between 2 of you. The only slightly sad thing about this new menu at the Overland Trail Cafe is that with the introduction of these 3 new Doritos, they have now removed the turkey leg that a lot of people were a fan of, and I actually think the turkey leg that they sold here was better than any of the turkey legs you can get around the other Disney parks. So it's a shame. Maybe they'll bring it back somewhere, who knows. Anyway, for our next new food item, we have come to the Old Mill here in Fantasyland. But before I try this next snack, I want to give a big shout out to Wild.
I am excited to let you know that I am a Wild partner, and if you don't know what Wild is, Wild makes natural, refillable personal care that actually works and smells amazing. I've been using Wild for over 3 years now, and one of my favorite things about it is that not only does it last 24 hours easily, and for somebody like me who's in the theme parks all day, it's very much needed, but they also constantly bring out some new scents, and not only do the scents smell good, because they use natural ingredients, they're also easy on the skin, but they also have some sensitive options. Now, I'd recently brought out this new Emma Bridgewater case, which looks so cute with all the Easter eggs on it, but also there's a new Alice in Wonderland set with 3 new scents, and they all smell so amazing. This one's called the Queen of Hearts Cherry Tarts, and as you can imagine, it smells of cherries, berries, and vanilla. We've also also got Alice's Secret Garden, and this one's got hints of vanilla but also some floral scents as well. And my favorite of the three in this set is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party, and this one smells of green apple and jasmine tea. Smells so fresh, perfect for the warmer months coming up. But the cool thing about Wild is that they have so many other scents on their website and they constantly bring out new ones. And once you have a case and they have so many cool designs to choose from, you can just try any of the scents that you want to. So it's also a very sustainable product. And I wanted to show you how easy it is to put the refillable scents in. So all you have to do is open up your Wild case, you place the deodorant on top here, there you go. You close the case back in, open up the lid, and then just twist it so that you can use your deodorant. I can't get over the smell. This is the Mad Hatter's Tea Party one with the green apple hints. So good. And you can also have these cases personalized if you wish to, which make really good presents. So as you can see, I've got this lip balm here, which has my name on it, Wild Sam. These are also very useful, by the way, for the theme parks. And I'm very excited to share my new discount code for you, which is SAM2025. There is also a QR code here, which you can scan and it will automatically apply the discount code for you. With this code, you can get 20% off all Wild products on their website. So go and check them out. I've left the link down below as well. They have so many cool designs, so many incredible scents. And with 20% off, it's an incredible price. Let me know in the comments down below which of the three new Alice in Wonderland scents sound the most exciting to you. And if you've never tried Wild before, this is your time. 20% off. Use my discount code SAMForGod2025. Like I said, all the information is down below. Thank you so much to Wild. And now we smell so much better. Let's go back to the parks.
Back to eating now. As I mentioned, I am currently in front of the Old Mill in Fantasyland, and they've recently brought out a new snack here to do with the release of the new live-action Snow White movie. And even though it's a sablé, so it's a biscuit, it actually does look pretty cute. This is what the snack looks like. It's a Snow White Bite, officially the name of it, and it's €6. It's vanilla biscuit with apple flavor coating. Like I said, for me, I think it looks really, really pretty, so hopefully it will taste good too. We'll have to try and see. So I've got my Snow White sablé, my Snow White biscuit here in this bag, and it's a little bit bigger than I anticipated it to be, so that's already a pretty good sign. This is the biscuit outside of its bag, and I hope you see what I mean, because to me, this looks like a piece of art. Like, it's such a beautiful biscuit slash sablé. But just because it looks so beautiful doesn't necessarily mean it's also going to taste beautiful. But I'm still excited to give it a go. Hopefully it will be better than some of the other sablés that Disneyland Paris used to sell here. I could smell the apple flavor coating on it already, and Casey Jr. just went past as well. The cast is looking beautiful. It's a beautiful day to be here, regardless of whether or not this is going to be a good sablé. But we're going to give it a go anyway. Okay. First impressions, it's hard. This is a hard sablé. I can't even bite into it. Listen, the flavor's there. I can definitely taste a little bit of the apple coating on top of the sablé, and the sablé is as you would expect it to be. It is very hard though. It's very hard. It's quite dry overall. It basically tastes like any of the other sablés that Disneyland Paris have been selling in their parks for the past like 10 years. It just looks much prettier, so I wouldn't recommend it for the taste at all, actually. There are so many other better snacks around the park, but if you love Snow White and if you just want a nice photo of this, because this is art to me, then by all means get it. €6. I'm not sure if it's worth paying €6 if you're not going to eat it, but who knows, maybe you will like it. For me, this isn't my thing. For this next one, we have come to Walt Disney Studios, soon to be called Disney Adventure World, and all the way at the back of Avengers Campus, there's a food stand called the Fantastic Food Truck, and recently to celebrate the release of the new Captain America film, they have brought out a couple of new snacks. Now, firstly, this is generally a hot dog stand, and now they've turned all their hot dogs red, so the bun is red, which is, I guess, a little bit different. It's exciting. But also they have a new dessert, which is a lollipop. So we're going to try both of them, a hot dog and a lollipop. Let's see what they're like. There's 3 hot dogs on the menu currently. The first one's just a basic standard hot dog at €10.50. Then you've got a red rage hot dog priced at €11, which is probably going to be the one I'm going to go for, and also a vegan one, which has very similar ingredients to the Doritos that we tried earlier. Merci. So we've got our dessert here. This is the Captain America lollipop. Looks pretty good. And here we've got our hot dog, officially called the Red Rage hot dog. It's beef sausage, smoked chipotle sauce, broken Doritos, red onion pickles, and dried bacon. And as you can see, the actual bun is red. I mean, this is definitely a fun food item slash snack, just based on how it looks. I feel like kids especially are going to really enjoy it. I'm obviously going to try the hot dog first because it's hot. And it's a pretty good size as well, I would say. I also really like the packaging. It says, "For heroes on the go." This is probably going to be quite a messy one though, so apologies in advance. First bite, it's pretty good. I mean, the hot dog itself, the beef hot dog, I enjoy. I like the crispy bacons, and the Doritos on top do add a nice texture to it. I'm gonna keep going though. I didn't get any chipotle sauce in my first couple of bites, but now that I've gotten into it, I can taste the chipotle sauce and it's delicious. I feel like it might be the same one that we had on the Doritos earlier in the other park. Either way, I really like the sauce, and it has only a tiny bit of kick to it, so if you're worried about spice, it's not too spicy. It's just very nice. Yeah, overall I feel like this is a perfect hot dog. The bun itself is a little bit dry, so you can kind of see it as well. But it doesn't matter because it's cute. The color's cute, right? It goes with the Captain America vibe. I think it's called Brave New World, the new Captain America movie, which to me, Brave New World reminds me of a classic literature piece that I read years and years ago when I was in school. But apparently it's the name of this new film. Correct me if I'm wrong. My Marvel knowledge isn't very good, but my food knowledge, at least when it comes to Disneyland Paris food, is pretty good, and I would say that this is a good hot dog. I would get it again. Well, I've just finished that hot dog and that was really good. Actually, I would say it's probably one of the better food options I've had across Disneyland Paris. I would happily get it again, and in fact I can see myself getting it quite frequently. The bun as well, I know I mentioned that it was a little bit dry. Only parts of it were dry, to be fair. Overall it was pretty nice and soft actually, so yeah, a very nice hot dog. And once I got into the pickled red onions as well, they added a layer of sweetness and tanginess to it, which made it even better because you've got the saltiness of the bacon, the actual hot dog, everything I feel like was very well balanced, both flavor wise and also texturally. Really good. With that being said though, it's now time to try the dessert. This is officially called the Liberty Lollipop. It's priced at €5.50 and it's vanilla ganache, hazelnut, almond, caramel insert. That's basically it. So without further ado, let's give it a go. This is what the inside looks like. I'm guessing what you see in the middle, that's the kind of caramel hazelnut bit. I'm definitely tasting the vanilla, which is nice. It's not a bad dessert. It's very moussey. It's very similar to a lot of the other desserts that Disneyland Paris does. But it's fun that it's on a stick, that is like a lollipop, and it's got a fun design as well with Captain America's shield. Is it one of the best desserts I've had here? Probably not, but it's definitely not bad either. I mean, I'd get it again. Maybe if I'm here to get that hot dog that I really enjoyed, I might sometimes treat myself to this as well as a treat. And I think, like I said, for kids, this is going to be perfect. Not a bad price either, so yeah, I approve of this as well. Anyway, I have now come to Toy Story Playland, where, as you know, recently they added some new stands, some food stands on the way from Toy Story Playland to Cars Land, and I covered them in a video about a month or so ago, but there's still some snacks from these stands that I haven't tried yet, and one of them is churros. So this stand over here, the first one you see in fact, called the Playhouse Cafe, is where you can find some bakpapapa, which is basically candy floss, as well as some churros. You can see the prices for everything over here. If you want some plain churros, it's going to be €7, or if you get Nutella with it, that's going to be €8. And you might think €8 is a little bit much for churros, but from the looks of it, you get quite a big portion of them. So I believe this is how we're going to be presented with them, and I think I'm going to go with the one with Nutella. I have to. Why not? Yeah. Thank you. Okay, I trust you. Oh, that looks good. That looks good. Thank you very much. There you go. We've got our churros, and the lovely cast member asked me if I wanted some sugar on it as well as Nutella. He said he prefers it with sugar and Nutella together, so I decided to go for both, and you've got a full-on pot of Nutella with your churros. But yeah, without further ado, let's give these a go. I already know they're not going to be as good as the churros that you can get from Disneyland Resort in Anaheim. That's a given. Everybody knows that Disneyland Resort churros are the best. But as long as you have your expectations set and you know what to expect, you know not to kind of expect too much from these churros, hopefully you're not going to be too disappointed, right? That's how I like to see it. And to be fair, these smell pretty good. I also have to say though that they're obviously not fresh. The cast member kind of just puts them in a microwave and heats them up for you when you order, so they're not going to be made on site like they are in Disneyland. So one thing Disneyland Resort doesn't have is a full jar of Nutella that they give you. So, you know, pros and cons. This is what they look like. They're almost like little mini churros, but I'm going to dip them into the Nutella. Ooh, who doesn't love Nutella? Truly. I know some people don't, but I don't understand that. It's good. It's what you would expect it to be. Sugary churro with Nutella. The Nutella for me is what makes it. I don't think the churros themselves are good enough. So if you're getting them, I would advise you to get the Nutella side with it for €8. I still don't think these are a must snack though. Like, I don't think I'm going to be gravitated towards them in the future. The churros that they sell in the Overland Trail Cafe, actually in Frontierland in the other park, are a little bit better than these ones, but these aren't bad. And last but by no means least, for the final new food item in Disneyland Paris, we have come to Annette's Diner in Disney Village, a place that I visit frequently, almost every month, because Annette's Diner brings out new specialty burgers every month. And I have tried almost all of them over the past 2 or 3 years, and I've generally been a fan of most of them, to be fair. So I'm really looking forward to try this one. This one came out about a week or so ago. It's called the Mango-licious Burger, priced at €23. It's beefsteak, camembert cheese, which I love, spinach, rocket salad mix, pan-fried courgette, tomato, brown sugar glazed bacon, grilled shallots, Orleans mustard, and Espelette pepper sauce with mango chutney. And of course, it's served with fries. And it seems to be just like regular fries. Sometimes with their specialty burgers, Annette also does like special fries, so sweet potato fries, spicy fries, things like that. But it looks like for this month's burger, they're going to be just regular fries, which isn't a bad thing because the fries at Annette's Diner are pretty good. What I will say with Annette's Diner is something that I mention anytime I come to this restaurant, is that because you can't actually make a reservation in advance, it's basically walk-ups only. So if you don't want to have to wait too long, we try and come during off-peak time. So at the moment it's about 5:30 p.m. I had no problem getting in whatsoever. There was nobody in front of me. I literally just walked through and a cast member brought me to the table. But if you try and visit here straight after the fireworks, for instance, or at peak dinner time, so maybe between like 7:30 and 9 p.m., can be very busy and it might take you a while to actually get a table. But as you can see at the moment, and I'm filming this on a Saturday in case you're interested, they have loads of tables still available. And Annette's Diner has 2 levels. This is the bottom level, the ground floor. They also have a top level. So it's a fairly big restaurant, yet quite often it's packed, especially like I said, during those peak dinner times. But I just noticed it started raining outside, so I'm really happy to be in there. And just like that, the Mango-licious burger has arrived. And look at this. This is a pretty big portion, I would say. And I love how it's displayed with all the fries around it. Nice little, I guess, confetti. I like that it's blue as well on the top. And the burger looks pretty hefty and also very similar, I would say, to how they've advertised it. So this is something that I really like about Annette's Diner, actually, because oftentimes in Disney parks, not just in Disneyland Paris, but all around the world, actually, when you get a burger or a food item, it doesn't look quite like the photo is, but at Annette's Diner they generally do a really good job of making sure that the actual food that you get given represents the photo as well as possible. And let's have a quick look inside. So you've got the tomato, you've got the bacon, you've got the salad, you've got the camembert cheese in there as well, and I asked for mine to be medium, the actual meat. The bun feels very nice, loads of fries around it too. Without further ado, let's give it a go. But before we do that, I also just wanted you to see the burger and the plate in comparison to me. It's just a big portion. You're not going to go hungry when you eat at Annette's, and for 23 euros, really good price as well in my opinion. But obviously we haven't tasted it yet, so let's take this beautiful confetti off for a sec. And honestly, I feel like the best way to eat this is going to be with a knife and fork. I normally do like to pick it up and actually eat it like a burger, at least the first couple of bites, but I don't know, this one, let's try and do it anyway. It feels just a little bit too messy, so yeah. You can already see the tomatoes falling out of it. I'm going to have to use a knife and fork, sorry. The problem with not taking a bite out of it is that it is hard to get everything in one bite or one fork. There you go. This is going to be my first bite. There's a bit of the cheese, the camembert cheese. We've got some of the onion, some of the tomato. Let's go. From my first bite, really delicious. I enjoyed that first bite. You can taste the courgette as well, but I am going to keep eating so I can go into the middle of it and actually hopefully taste all the flavors. And once I finish, I'll let you know exactly what I think. Well, I finished my burger, we're going to talk about in a second, but I wanted to show you what the queue is like now. I think the fact that it's currently raining isn't helping because it's about 6:20 p.m. Normally it starts getting busy around 7, but already, as you can see, there's loads of people waiting to go inside. But yeah, my thoughts on the Mango-licious burger. It was good. I enjoyed it anyway. Generally, I don't like burgers that are sweet, and this one was a little bit sweeter than my preference. Obviously, you had the mango there, the mango chutney, which was actually very nice, and then the grilled shallots also brought a bit of sweetness to it, but then with the camembert and the actual meat and the bacon, you had the saltiness kind of mixed in. So overall, it was like a good mix of sweet and salty. The courgettes were a nice touch as well. I think overall, it was an interesting burger. Not one of my favorites, but I would still recommend it if you want to try it. This burger is available at Annette's Diner until the 5th, I believe. A cast member told me the 5th of April 2025, so not too much longer by the time you're watching this, but I wanted to include this in this video anyway because, like I said, Annette's Diner does bring out new monthly burgers, so even if you miss out on this one, you can come and try out the next one, and it's so much fun. Honestly, I've never had a bad burger here from the specialty menu. There are some that I prefer, like I really like the spicy one from February, was it? Yeah, that was delicious. But generally, if you're a foodie, if you like trying new flavors, because when I first read about this, I was like, oh my god, mango in a burger, that doesn't sound like something I would like it. But then I tried it and it actually works, and at this point I've come to really trust Annette's Diner with their specialty burgers, because even though sometimes on paper what they put it in might sound a little bit like, ooh, what's going on there? Generally speaking, they know what they're doing and the flavors work really well. So yeah, there you go, Annette's Diner. But just like that, we have come to the end of this food tour video. Let me know in the comments down below which of the new items that I tried is your favorite. Have you tried any of them yourself? Which of them are you most excited to try on your next visit to Disneyland Paris? I would be curious to read all your comments down below. For me, I think what surprised me the most was the hot dog that I had at the Walt Disney Studios, the red hot dog for Captain America. I don't know why, I just wasn't expecting too much from it, but it actually ended up being very good. The Doritos in the main park were pretty good as well. But yeah, we have come to the end of this video now. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give it a like, and again, I would love to hear all your comments down below. Also, a huge shout out to my lovely Patreon members and my YouTube members. You guys are absolutely amazing. Subscribe for more videos and also follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.